What's going on, everyone? Welcome to this video. So this is going to be kind of a different video. I don't really do tech videos, really, so to speak. But I am really into it. Like, I love technology. Like, I'll just put that out there. And like, I'm not like the geeky type of nerd that's like, oh, I love to code, or like I can't build my own gaming computer or anything. Like, I don't know how to do any of that. But technology really does interest me. I really like to learn about it and see different features and stuff that they do with technology and all that. So, if you guys don't know, this coming Monday, June 3rd, is WWDC, which is the Worldwide Developers Conference for Apple, which is basically kind of where they announce their latest operating systems across the board. So like tvOS, watchOS, macOS, and iOS. And so this year we're going to watchOS 6, macOS I think 10.15, tvOS 13 I believe, and iOS 13. So anyways, we're just a few days away from that, and I just kind of wanted to do this random video to talk to you guys about different leaks and stuff and rumors of iOS 13, because I always get so excited for the next big updates. I do the betas on my phone. I will be putting the iOS 13 beta on my phone, even though, you know, it's probably not the best thing to do. I wouldn't recommend it if you can't handle bugs and glitches and stuff, but I just like to do it just for fun, just to test out stuff and kind of send feedback and whatever else. I'm that person that likes to do it. Anyways, so I'm super excited for iOS 13. So last year iOS 12 was released, and it was a pretty minor update. It was basically a speed improvement, overall system improvement across the board, because iOS 11 was kind of a rough year. And so a lot of features were pushed from iOS 12 to iOS 13. I don't know what in particular. But so iOS 13 is rumored to be this big update, like quote unquote the biggest update to iOS since iOS 7. If you know what happened in iOS 7, we went from the original Steve Jobs design of iOS from iOS 6, jumped to iOS 7, which is more or less what we're at now. It's kind of a more brighter animated OS, but it's very flat looking almost. Anyways, so yeah, we're gonna jump into here, just kind of read and see what we have in store. iOS 13. Okay, we're gonna jump into kind of the latest article I see here. So this is on 9to5Mac. 9to5Mac has had a lot of information about iOS 13. They've had a really good track record with rumors and leaks and stuff, so I honestly trust them. I do. But do take things with a grain of salt, because these could not be true. Because again, rumors are rumors. You know, leaks are leaks. Leaks are another form of rumors, I feel like. You know, whenever someone's like, oh, you know, like a movie or I don't know, something leaks, I feel like it's more or less just a new way of saying a rumor. So anyways, this article is revealing, so to speak, leaks of iOS 13, is showing some screenshots. So one of the big things with iOS 13 is dark mode, which I'm super excited about. I know it's overhyped, it definitely is, but I'm hyped for it. I'm hyped for dark mode to come to iOS, because I am tired of the whiteness of iOS. Like, I mean, it looks clean and great, but come on, let's get some darkness into here. So anyways, I'm excited for dark mode for iOS. This is kind of a not really a render, it's supposedly an actual image of iOS 13 with dark mode in the music app. It looks great. It looks like a true black dark mode. So a true black is like where if you have an iPhone 10, 10s, 10s Max that has an OLED screen, then when there's black, like total true black on the screen, then those individual pixels are turned off on the screen. They're not being backlit like a LCD screen. And that actually saves battery life So this looks like a true black dark mode, which I'm wondering if they're gonna have like options for dark mode to have more like a subtle dark mode, like a gray, kind of how it is with the Mac that they introduced last year with macOS Mojave, or if it's just gonna be full on black, which either way I'm fine with, honestly. Like, that doesn't really bother me. This far image, I can zoom in maybe. Yeah, so this far image over here shows us a new screenshot of the screenshot interface. I don't know if we have new tools. Let me see. I'm gonna take a screenshot. No, it looks like all the tools are the same pretty much. They just have a different look to them, kind of a different interface. It's a darker interface too. I don't know if this is only gonna be darker when you have dark mode turned on, or if it's how it'll be either way, because over here on this image we see the dock at the bottom on the phone is darker, and that's supposedly, in this article it says that it'll supposedly be dark. The dock will be dark when you have dark mode on. So in the article it says that dark mode will be a setting in settings, obviously, but then there's also going to be a toggle in Control Center that you can add to just kind of easily turn it on and off. I kind of wonder if what they'll do is kind of do like a night shift type thing, where you could set it to a schedule, so to speak, from sunrise to sunset, or to a custom schedule. I might like that. I might try that if they do that, having it like be white in the day and then dark black at night. I would be interested to try that. And then all the way down here we kind of get a look at a new reminders app. So tons of people don't like the reminders app. I don't like it. I just don't like to use it. I feel like it's horrible, honestly. Like, I just don't know how to use it. Like, it's like, I don't know. It's a confusing app, but I don't like the layout of it. I really don't. So this is showing us on an iPad how a new reminders app could look, with different sections they have today scheduled, all flagged. And in my list, you got reminders. So it's still a very simple design. So I'm on a new article. Another thing that has been talked about is a keyboard kind of change. Like, we're gonna update the keyboard. So if you've ever used SwiftKey, you can like slide, you know, text, swipe to text. I don't know. I don't love it, but a lot of people do like it. It's good for one-handed use, but supposedly Apple might be working on a swiping keyboard option that you could have just on their normal keyboard, rather than having to install a third-party keyboard app. Revamped health app, new reminders app like we talked about. Okay, iMessage enhancements. Rumors about this is actually pretty interesting. Besides the animojis and memojis, whatever, you know, those are fun, but like, it's one of those things you don't really have to mention it. You can just kind of let us find that, really. But so it says supposedly what iMessage could get as an upgrade is you can set your own personal contact photo and contact name, and like when someone texts you that like doesn't have your contact information, or that has your contact information but doesn't have like a contact photo set to your contact, or a different contact name set to your contact, it'll show up to whatever you set it, but then they can go ahead and change the contact photo and name if they like for you or for a particular contact, which I think is really cool. I really like that, just because I'm one of those persons that like wants a contact photo for all my contacts, because it just looks nicer than having random ones with just the initials as the contact photo. And I can't always do it because I don't have a picture of someone, and I don't want to be that person that goes and stalks people's Facebook and uses their pictures for my contact photos. Not saying I haven't done that before, because I have, but rather not. So there's supposedly going to be a new Find app where they combine Find My iPhone and Find Friends. This is a look at the supposed icon, and it's just going to be called Find My, which I kind of feel like is weird for an Apple app name. I feel like it would have been, well, maybe this is stereotypical. I thought it would have been like iFind or something, but I don't know. So yeah, they'll combine Find My Friends and Find My iPhone into one app, which would be interesting. I don't know. I just feel like it's gonna get kind of cluttered, because you're because when you jump into Find My Friends, if you've ever used that app, it just like automatically starts searching for your friends. So like when you jump in now, is it gonna automatically start searching for all of your devices, and then all of a sudden you'll have your devices and then people that you follow on Find Friends, and then, you know, I just feel like it's gonna get cluttered. Okay, so then also there's like gonna be multi-user support for HomePod. I don't have a HomePod. There's gonna be iPad focuses, you know, big iPad only things. New volume interface. That stupid thing that pops up that takes up half the screen, which it really doesn't, but like it's just right there in the middle of the screen. It's supposedly gonna finally change and get out of the way, basically. So hopefully, okay, so this is a concept of iOS 13 that someone made, which I really, really love. This concept was designed by Nicholas Ghigo. I probably biffed that name so bad. I'll have his Instagram in the description below. So I'm not going to be playing this whole concept video. But I just wanted to kind of go through this because I think it's really cool, and there's some things in here that I feel like could be true, but just want to say full out, this concept was made by Nicholas Ghigo, and it was posted on Concept's iPhone YouTube channel, so just so that's out there. I did not do any of this, all this credit goes to them. So this video just kind of is a fun video showing off what iOS 13 could be. So this is kind of showing like a always on display. I don't know how I feel about always on displays. I don't think I would have it on. I just feel like it would drain the battery. Like, I mean, yes, it's showing the time really, and you know, maybe a few more things, you know, so it wouldn't drain that much battery, but I just feel like overall it would drain more battery than if you just didn't. But you know, it could be a useful thing. I'm open to try it. But anyway, so that's what that's showing. Yeah, showing it more. It could show the weather. A new lock screen, which I love how he has these notifications grouped together. Like, I mean, yes, that's kind of how it looks, but like, I love the look of it, and like how the time and the lock symbol and the battery and the date, whatever, just looks so much cleaner. I love how this looks. Who knows? We're supposedly gonna get like some sort of redesign with iOS 13. Nothing like huge on the iPhone. It's gonna be more on the iPad, but I just wonder how much of that will incorporate onto the iPhone and how much actually will change, because we really do need a redesign at this point. If you have an iPhone 10, 10s Max, 10s, 10R, you have the buttons on the bottom, which are honestly pretty useless to say the least. I use the flashlight one a lot, to be honest. I like that one, but the camera one is stupid because you can just swipe over to open the camera. So yeah, I agree with this. We need to have the option to customize each of those bottom buttons if you have that type of phone to whatever we want. Please, maybe. Oh, control center. I feel like, oh wait, come back. I feel like we do need a new control center. I honestly don't love the control center that iOS 11 brought us. I honestly liked the one in iOS 10, even though I had two panels, one for music, one for everything else. I liked it better than this. But I do like the fact that we can add controls and different things to control center that we want, but I would like a little more of a redesign to it. This looks okay. I don't know if I love how he's portraying this, the control center. I mean, it looks somewhat cleaner, but there's a lot of wasted space with the battery icons at the top right corner, which I would love to have the battery icons show. I just feel like that's a ton of wasted space right there, but you know, it's cool. I don't even know what's gonna happen. We do need this. We need to be able to turn turn it off, turn Wi-Fi and Bluetooth off from Control Center. That is a must. That needs to happen. Siri now less intrusive. Yeah, that needs to happen. It really does. Hopefully we kind of get something. The phone interface needs to be less intrusive so that it doesn't take up our whole phone. I agree with all of you out there. It needs to be like this. Like, yeah. Okay. Send a message. Okay. I love his messages. Portrayal here. I love how he has the Messages app. I like how it looks, how it's cleaner. One of my complaints with the Messages app, which is such a small thing, but like, when you go into it, there's like hardly a divide between the conversations, and I really feel like this shows more of a, you know, like these are separate conversations. It's not all one big message clump. So I really like this. Also, something to look into here, which I find interesting. There's a few contacts with like a blue circle around their contact photo. I'm wondering if it's like messages stories, like an iMessage stories type of thing. Like you can tap on that and you can see stories, and like only your contacts can see that story that have an iPhone, that are on iOS 13, whatever. I really like, if that's what it is, I really like that idea of having a true personal stories within messages, because I totally would upload stuff to there, you know, so that just my family and friends can see, rather than posting on Snapchat and whatever. And I know there are controls I could take to, there are steps and controls I could take to limit who sees my stories. But I like to just post, you know, to my stories. But sometimes there's things that I just want, like, to share with certain people. But, like, I don't want to sit and, like, tap all the different people that I want to send it to. So I think this is a really cool concept, if that's what it is. You know, it would bring it a little more closer to, like, Facebook Messenger, which would be kind of cool. But we'll see. Okay, so there's a search bar. I don't know if that would ever happen, honestly. Isn't there a search bar in Messages anyways? Yeah, there is, so that's not really new. We need camera settings within the camera app, like this is showing. Because I hate going out of the camera, into settings, finding all the settings for the cameras, going back into the app. We need that. We need to close all for apps as well. This is a must. Even though I don't really close out my apps all that often, but we need that option to just close them all. Okay, and then this is saying, this is showing the new type of volume controls that could possibly happen, which I like. I just feel like this right here is still super intrusive. Like, I know like they probably all won't come up at the same time, like the different types of ringers and volume settings, they wouldn't come up all at the same time. You kind of like select which one you want to change, but I feel like what he's showing here is still very intrusive. But it's still a really cool design. I really hope they do something with that in iOS 13. Picture-in-picture on bigger iPhones would be really, really cool. We have it on the iPad. Works great. I use it a lot, honestly. But we need it on the bigger iPhones that could have the screen space, you know? Calculator app within, or on, calculator app on the iPad needs to be a thing. And then he's showing us dark mode here, which is a must. I love the clean look of this, like it still looks the same as we'd seen earlier in his concept video, just it's dark, and I love that. And then we obviously get look at dark mode in Messages. So he's showing like a kind of, this is more close to how the dark mode is in macOS. It's kind of more of a gray dark mode, which again, I'm totally into it. Sometimes like total black can be a little too dark. So again, I'm all for it either way, either true black or kind of a gray dark mode. This looks great again how he has it. So we'll just have to wait and see what we're gonna get. Anyways, guys, let me know what you guys are hoping for with iOS 13. I know this is kind of a really random video. I just kind of wanted to talk about it because I'm super hyped for iOS 13, and so I wanted to share my hypeness with you guys. So Monday, June 3rd, which is 5 days from now from recording this, is when we get to see the official iOS 13, and then Beta 1 will go live right after the keynote, and I'm gonna install Beta 1 because I'm crazy. So, yeah. Let me know if you want future updates on iOS 13 or anything else really. I could talk about iOS, I could talk about Apple, I don't know. So let me know. Again, let me know what you guys are hoping for with iOS, unless you don't use iOS and you're just here to be like, Android is better, which if you're that person, please just don't and leave. Like, you can have your opinion, but just don't be that person that bashes in the comments. Okay, cool? Cool. Okay, thank you all for watching this video. If you liked it, hit that like button. And if you're new here, press that subscribe button so that you don't miss out on any of my future videos. Speaking of which, hit that bell, because I'll let you know when I do upload. And that'll do it. Thank you all again for watching. I'll catch you in my next video. Goodbye!